Hello everyone, welcome to EduTerrain and a warm good evening to you all. So today we are going to see part 2 of the budget. Part 1 we have done yesterday and part 2 we are going to see today. Okay, and in part 2 I have included few information, little bit information about finance bill as well, the most important points, so that you need not again go through that separately, along with part B of budget 2024-25. So here the applicability of this union budget will be as part of your regular current affairs in phase 1 and as part of your ESA current affairs and ARD current affairs for phase 1 and phase 2. These are my credentials, you can go through later also. And before starting the session, I have a big announcement that at EduTerrain we are offering one of the best online courses for NABARD Grade A, RBI Grade B, especially current affairs, ARD and ESI. And based on the students' demand, I have extended this discount till midnight today, till 11:59. So if anyone of you are still wondering if the discounts are available, yes they are, and you can use the code examsuccess50 to avail this discount. Okay, and if you have any queries, you can always send WhatsApp messages to 8826550134. Okay, with this let me start today's session, that is continuation of yesterday's, you can say, and that includes part B of budget 2024-25. As you can see here, the current account deficit, all these are graphs that I have mentioned here. See, the current account deficit has actually moderated, and if we look at the whole year's performance, current account deficit is nothing but related to the imports and exports and the difference between them, and it seems it has moderated to 0.7% of GDP. Okay, it is 0.7% of GDP for financial year 2024, which was earlier 2%. It has little bit better. No, it has bettered. Now when we talk about the PMI index, that is manufacturing PMI index, generally product manufacturing index, this it has little bit edged down. As you can see here, ये तो अप्रैल का हो गया, जुलाई का भी आ गया है, and for July if you look at, it is 58.1, and earlier in June it was 58.3. So the higher the stock, the figure this is, it means there is a good scope of manufacturing in the future. So based on that it is red, and actually we forecasted it to be close to 59, but still it came down to 58.1. This is one. Decreasing fiscal deficit, yes, the fiscal deficit, that is between the revenue and the expenditure and all that yesterday we have discussed, that has also decreased. It's good sign, and it is 5.6% of GDP for financial year 2024, which we are trying to bring it more down in the next couple of years. Now India's GDP growth forecast kis tarah se, it has grown, or forecast is other, it's the last years, it has grown at 8.2% in financial year 2024. Important. Gross NPAs of the scheduled commercial banks has also come down, and as per the latest RBI report on this, it has moderated to a 12-year low. 12-year low we are having these NPAs at 2.8%. Okay. Now if we talk about inflation, yes, that also has come down, or it is now inching closer to the RBI's target, that is 4 plus or minus 2, that is 5.4 for the year 2023. Along with that, lot of initiatives have been taken for simplifying the taxes, litigations and appeals like your Vivad se Vishwas scheme, etc., deepening the tax base so that more people can come forward for these taxes, and easy simplification. Along with that, some sector-specific custom duty proposals have also been made. So there are some changes in the custom duty. This is majorly a comprehensive review of the rate structure so that the trade can be made easy, and removal of duty inversion and reduction in the disputes. Thereby all this can be brought down. Now what are they? Few. See, whatever that there are in the tables, I have given it in the form of notes also, so that when I upload this PDF, it would be very easy for you to go through this table and next the content as well. Okay. Now what are the changes in the custom duty that they have done? Fully exempted 3 more cancer medicines from custom duties. This has made these medicines very much affordable. They have reduced the basic custom duty to 15% on mobile phone, mobile PCB and charger, and this also has helped the beneficiary would be the mobile industry and helps in reducing the cost of the mobile phones. It reduces the custom duty on gold and silver to 6% and platinum to 6.4%. Again, domestic value addition, more people will be trying to purchase here. Reduce the basic custom duty on shrimp and fish feed to 5%. Okay, and this will enhance the competitiveness in marine exports. Exempted more capital goods for manufacturing of solar cells and panels. This is majorly to support the energy transition from the fossil fuels to renewable energy. Fully exempt custom duties on 25 critical minerals, majorly to boost the strategic sectors in this line. Now, one important that they have, thing that they have done in direct tax proposals is short-term gains of financial assets to attract 20% tax rate. Now, what are these short-term gains and long-term gains? Short-term gains are those when we have invested some money or purchased something, and whatever the profit that we make, अगर वो 1 year के अंदर ही हम लोग बेच रहे, we are selling that and making the profit, that will fall under the short-term gains. अगर 1 year के ऊपर हो गया है, okay, that falls under the long term gains. Okay, 1 year or 2 years ke upar. So here, so they have, now it has been increased. Okay, 20% tak leke aaye. And long term capital gains on all financial or non financial assets to attract a tax of 12.5%. Lekin after this they have given it a lot of confusion, lot of debate. Why? This is without indexation. जो पहले 20% था, but still they have reduced, but still people are not happy. Why? This is because of the indexation. Okay, what is indexation? They'll take into consideration the inflation, etc. And thereby, once the inflation, etc. is also taken into care, जो भी valuation जो हो रहा है, for example, एक 100 rupees का value अभी किसने खरीदा, now it has become 150 rupees after a period of 5 or 6 years, एक time period में. Now 150 rupees का, now when they sell this, the capital gains, how much they is made? 50 rupees, right? But उसमें tax लगेगा तो बहुत ज़्यादा हो जाएगा. So, but on the other hand, if indexation is taken into consideration, then they'll also look into the inflation. उस time के inflation कितना था उसके ऊपर they'll reduce, जो भी capital gains 50 rupees है, but inflation के हिसाब से that's not as much, so they must have made only 20 or 30 rupees more, like that. So उसके ऊपर they said that without indexation, now without indexation it would be very very costly. For that lot of क्या बोलते हैं, कई सारे लोगों ने industry, they have said no, this is not the right thing. So based on it, again after lot of debate they have proposed amendments in this. तो अभी ये 12% एक है. So here now the people who will be selling their long term gains, long term gains जो associated है, for that what they have done is, so property buyers who have acquired property before July 23, 2024, now we'll have two options to choose. One, the new rules, that is 12% long-term capital gains tax without indexation, or the old rule 20% long-term capital gain tax with indexation. So ये अभी just 1 week 10 days पहले ही हुआ था. Okay, important again. So यहाँ पे there is a change. But it is only for those who have acquired property before July 23rd, 2024. Next, abolish angel tax for all class of investors. जो सबसे नया business start करते angel investors, they come forward to invest some money into their new business, that is startups. So उसमें tax लगता था पहले, now that has been abolished. Simpler tax regime, provide for safe harbor rates for foreign mining companies who are selling raw diamonds, उसका भी आगे है. Corporate tax rate on foreign companies, it has reduced from 40% to 35%. Now, simplified tax regime, जो 0 to 3 lakhs तक nil, 3 to 7 lakhs 5%. But again, if they can show the under ATCC and all that, their savings, their investments, etc., this also can be avoided. Thereby, savings up to 17,500 can be done. 7 to 10 lakhs it is 10%, 10 to 12 lakhs it is 15%, 20%. But 12 to 15 lakhs, ये 30% greater than 15 lakhs. Now, standard deduction for salaried employees increased from 50,000 to 75,000. So, flat 75,000 तक उनका कोई tax नहीं लगेगा. Deduction on family pension for pensioners increased from 15,000 to 25,000. तो पेंशनर्स के लिए बहुत यूजफुल रहेगा. नेक्स्ट, रुपी कम्स फ्रॉम, रुपी किस तरह से आ रहा है, दैट इज रेवेन्यू एंड एक्सपेंडिचर. सो रेवेन्यू, इट इज मेजरली जो रेवेन्यू हमारा आ रहा है, इट इज फ्रॉम बोरोइंग्स एंड अदर लाइबिलिटीज. ओके, एंड आफ्टर दैट इनकम टैक्स सबसे ज़्यादा, एंड कॉर्पोरेशन टैक्स एज यू कैन सी है 17%. ये एक्चुअली ज़्यादा होना चाहिए एंड दिस लेस, बट हियर इन दिस केस इनकम टैक्स जो रेगुलर पीपल वो पे करते हैं वो, एंड कॉर्पोरेशन टैक्स तो कॉर्पोरेट्स पे करते हैं, दिस इज लेस. जीएसटी again on the other hand it is 18%. Okay, rupee, how it is going, majority of the amount is going to the state share of taxes. After that it is interest payments, after that comes the central sector schemes, but again it excludes the capital outlay on defense and subsidy which is of 16, and subsidy both 16% majorly. Now this is the expenditure on major items. Majority of the amount dedicated proposed it is for defense, after that it is rural development, after that it is agriculture, after that home affairs, education, this is where we stand, IT and telecom, health again less, energy, social welfare, commerce and industry. तो सबसे ज़्यादा डिफेंस के लिए ही है इस बार. एंड मेजर स्कीम्स अगर देखा जाए तो MGNRGA, महात्मा गांधी नेशनल रूरल एम्प्लॉयमेंट गारंटी स्कीम 86,000 for this year estimates, and research and development projects 1200 crores. Yes, this is important. कई बार आप लोगों का वो रहता है ना whether it's important or not. Yes, it is important because they have highlighted this specifically. Definitely this would be important. Again self-explanatory, आप एक बार देख लीजिए. That's the reason I have added this. This I have taken from the same. उन्हीं का गवर्नमेंट बजट का उन्होंने जो दिया था from the same. See, earlier we have seen that medicines, cancer drugs, they have reduced the tax. That those 3 cancer drugs include trastuzumab deruxtecan, osimertinib and durvalumab. Okay, maybe regular current affairs के लिए important हो सकते हैं. Okay, we have seen mobile phones and related parts के लिए it has reduced 15%. Marine products we have seen that it has been reduced to 5%. That is basic custom retail, certain brood stock, polychaete worms, shrimp, fish feed, all this they have reduced majorly to promote the exports in this marine, to help them. Precious metals, this also we have seen, and these are some of the basic custom duties removed or either reduced for other metals. Okay, again self-explanatory only, not much to see here. Trade facilitation, again for promotion of domestic aviation and boat and ship maintenance, repair and overhaul. Time period for export of goods imported for repairs extended from 6 months to 1 year. Okay, and solar capital goods for use in manufacture of solar cells and panels exempted from custom duty. This is majorly to promote renewable energy. Okay, और क्या था जो important points I wanted to highlight. Yes, this 58% of corporate tax from simplified tax regime in financial year 23. More than 2/3 taxpayers availed simplified tax regime for personal income tax in 2024. And when it comes to simplification for charities and of a tax deducted at source, 2 tax exemption regimes for charities, now they have been merged into one. And here 5% TDS rate on many payments merged into 2% TDS rate only. So they have reduced this. 20% TDS rate on repurchase of units by mutual funds or UTA completely withdrawn. TDS rate on e-commerce operators reduced from 1 to 0.1%. This is majorly to promote more of e-commerce. Delay for payment of TDS up to due date of filing statement has been decriminalized. इतना बड़ा नहीं है करके. And okay, this we have already seen the simplification and rationalization of capital gains. Why I have given everything here is just go through it once. That will be helpful for your regular current affairs as well, somewhere somehow. लिटिगेशंस एंड अपील्स, वो मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट विवाद से विश्वास स्कीम जो 2020 में लॉन्च किया था, अगेन दे हैव दैट इज रीस्टार्टेड दिस फॉर 2024 एज वेल फॉर रेजोल्यूशन ऑफ इनकम टैक्स डिस्प्यूट्स पेंडिंग विच आर ऑलरेडी पेंडिंग इन अपील. उन्होंने टाइमलाइंस दिया है, दैट विल सी द टाइमलाइंस दैट दे हैव गिवन इज see nature of tax arrear appeal filed after 31st Jan 2020 but before 22 July 22nd July 2024 for which amount payable is 100% of the disputed tax. Okay, interest was up, that all will be foregone, that is they need not pay. अगर डेट लेट हो गया, दिस इज ऑन और बिफोर December 2024, देन दे विल गेट दिस रिबेट, आई मीन 100%. उसके बाद 10% टैक्स, आई मीन 110% जितना भी है उसका 10% एक्स्ट्रा. अपील बिफोर फाइल्ड बिफोर 31st Jan 2020 एंड पेंडिंग एट द सेम अपील डेट फॉर्म, उनको 110% ऑफ द डिस्प्यूटेड टैक्स पे करना पड़ेगा बिफोर 31st December. इफ appeal filed after 31st Jan 2020 but on or before 22nd July 2024 in relation to disputed interest or penalty or fee. तो ये इंटरेस्ट और पेनल्टी हो, इसमें 25% जो है, नॉट 100% दे हैव टू पे, नो, ओनली 25% ऑफ द डिस्प्यूटेड इंटरेस्ट, पेनल्टी और फी दे हैव टू पे. अपील फाइल्ड बिफोर 31st Jan 2020 एंड पेंडिंग एट द सेम अपीलेट, उन्हीं के पास है, अभी हायर अथॉरिटीज के पास नहीं गया, इन रिलेशन टू डिस्प्यूटेड, देन 30% दैट दे हैव टू पे. Okay, so they have given this benefit as you can see here. 2020 का जो एक्ट है, विवाद से विश्वास एक्ट, उसके बेसिस पे है. मेजरली दिस इज टू reduce pending litigations, generate revenues for the government, get relief from pending dispute by paying disputed tax and getting waiver from payment of interest and penalty, and also getting immunity from prosecution. Okay, once they apply under this scheme, prosecution भी नहीं होगा. At the same time they have to pay only whatever the pending tax that is there. अगर कुछ पेनल्टी है उसमें भी उनको रिबेट मिल जाएगा, as we have already seen. So these are the 4 kinds of tax areas under which this scheme can work. Okay, now as we have seen, angel tax, simple tax regime, safe harbor rates, that is जो tax लगता है on selling raw diamonds in the country and all that has been brought down. Corporate tax for foreign companies, that also has been reduced. Okay, now security transactions tax on futures and options of securities, that has been increased to 0.02% and 0.1% respectively. This is under the share market में जो shares की trading होती है, under that. Futures and options are those where anticipate करते रहते हैं ना, कभी कम होगा ज़्यादा होगा, the future prices, based on that they purchase few points, so on that profits are made, so उसमें tax लगेगा. Okay, now deduction of expenditure by employees towards national pension scheme to be increased from 10% to 14% of the employees' salary. Earlier it was 10, now 14%. The benefit of the employees only. Okay, and other major proposals in the finance bill is equalization levy of 2% withdrawn. Earlier, now what is this equalization tax? Equalization levy, it's a kind of tax that is imposed on specific digital services that are provided by the non-resident companies, that is बाहर की companies, outside दूसरे countries के companies, to Indian residents or business. तो उसमें 2% का एक tax लगता था. Now they have withdrawn that. This is exclusively in the digital services. We are talking about digital services. Okay, this also we have seen changes in the personal income tax regime, and this is the table again, though there they have given, here I have given it again. Now yesterday we have done model skill loan scheme, that also I have added here so that you will have the content at one place. Okay, so इसमें 2 schemes आए थे, एक scheme आया था विवाद से विश्वास scheme, that also we have done, and this yesterday scheme, that also we have done. There are various other schemes that they have highlighted, that we have already seen yesterday itself as part of the explanation while taking this up, right? Now with this we have completed the budget part, and the day before yesterday I haven't given you any questions, but day before yesterday while we did the world state forest report, that questions, okay, state of the world's forest report, from that I have given. As per the same report, forest covered about how much of world's land surface? It is 4.1 billion hectares and 31%. An estimated how many million hectares of forest was converted to other uses between 1990 and 2020? 420 million hectares of forest are converted to other land uses, especially agriculture. And today's question, how many farmers across India will be initiated into natural farming in the next 2 years, which will be supported by certification as well as branding as per the latest budget? The limit of Mudra loans is enhanced to 20 lakhs from the current 10 lakhs under the Tarun category for all the entrepreneurs. Is it true or false? Okay, now these are the two homework questions. We'll be discussing the answers in the next session. And what else? If you know the answer, you can send that in the comments section. Now with this, I'm winding up with the session. Before winding up, again, the discount coupons are still active. If you want to purchase the courses, they're still active till midnight, so you can use that for the purchase if you are still waiting for one such opportunity. Thank you very much once again. Please take good care of yourself. Bye bye.